A quarter of British adults spend 2.5 hours every weekday cleaning their homes, and many of them feel an obsessional urge to clean, keep order, and abide by strict rituals.
These towels have got to be in sync with each other. That's cool.
47-year-old Linda Dykes is an obsessive cleaner from North Wales. Linda loves cleaning so much, she's turned it into a business.
Have I been called OCD? Oh, you better believe it.
But for most Brits, keeping the home clean and tidy is not a priority, as the average kitchen chopping board has 3 times as much fecal bacteria as the average toilet bowl.
I've never, ever seen anything like this in my life.
Sheer lack of cleaning.
Oh, God.
Linda believes people's compulsion to clean should be put to good use.
Right then, should we crack on? Yeah, let's come on.
Her vision is to join up with an army of obsessive cleaners who will volunteer to scrub up Britain one dirty home at a time.
Together, we will clean up Britain.
Oh, dear. It's yeah. What's for worse?
How are you feeling?
It's stressful. If I could do what I wanted to do in there, I would gut the whole place out and start again.
But can people with such opposing attitudes towards cleanliness really work together to transform their lives?
Oh, I'm quite horrified. Do you know, I can see maggots.
Linda Dykes is in London's Fitzrovia.
Oh, this is nice.
Thank you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
To personally inspect the home of a potential volunteer for the army of obsessive cleaners.
I do think you've got the qualities I need on this project. I think you'd be an asset.
All right.
Yes?
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
You are very
And good
welcome.
luck to you, because you might need it.
I thank you for that.
58-year-old American Cynthia, a retired soprano singer, is so afraid of germs she disinfects every item of grocery that comes into her home.
Vinegar is nature's best disinfectant, so you can kill about 99% of the germs. Everything gets this treatment. A watermelon is the worst example. You've got your cutting board. It's filthy. It's been touched 11 times. And now I cut it open, and then I do all my slices, and now everything that's on the outside of that watermelon is now on the inside of the watermelon. It doesn't make any sense.
Having been blighted by allergic reactions throughout her childhood, Cynthia spends 30 hours a month obsessively sterilising her city apartment and even imports American cleaning products because she trusts them more than British ones.
I like to have as little as I can around the house so that things don't come between me and getting rid of the dust. I have no wall-to-wall carpets. I have no drapes. I have to do trial and error on laundry detergent, toilet tissue, hand lotion, shampoos. I'm allergic to fluoride. I have to buy my toothpaste in Sweden.
Come on, sweeties.
Cynthia's pet Bichon Frise dogs were selected because they don't lose as much hair as other breeds. But despite the low risk to her health, Cynthia showers them thoroughly after each walk.
It would weigh heavily on my mind if I didn't bring the dogs in and wash their paws and snouts and have them running all over my house and furniture and my lap, because I don't want their dirt and their germs and their allergens on me.
Cynthia believes that her compulsion to clean should be passed on.
I know I can go into a house and make it better. I'm happy to get in there because I'm obsessive about getting sick. And a byproduct of that is keeping clean.
To keep her safe whilst cleaning a stranger's house, Cynthia is taking her portable medical cabinet for her allergies.
Airborne eye drops, migraine, antibiotics, washes. This is what's going to keep me alive.
Cynthia is spending 4 days away from the safety of her sterile apartment to help sort out this 15th century mill house, home to 75-year-old Daphne and her 85-year-old husband, Martin.
Now can we go home?
Daphne and Martin have lived in their Gloucestershire mill house for 47 years. Their 3 daughters were brought up in the property, and with so many memories tied up in the home, it's become a warren of disorganised clutter.
I know that there is a hoarder in me, I get emotionally involved with everything I have.
There are an estimated 3 million hoarders in the UK. Symptoms include the excessive collecting of belongings and the inability to distinguish things of value from items of rubbish.
This is rice. Well, you know, I just saved that, but then I always forget that I've saved it. So that amount of rice will probably just stay in there. But I wouldn't dream of throwing it away. It's good food.
Whilst the housework takes a back seat, Daphne spends up to 6 hours a day tending to her real passion in life, otters.
Hey, Belinda, hey, look. Ooh. No, don't you want it? It's your treat. Life without otters would be extremely boring. My otters are exactly like my children, or even my grandchildren. And the house, I'm afraid, comes a very bad last.
But as both she and her husband are becoming less mobile, Daphne's realised she needs to sort out the mess and clutter now before it's too late.
I think actually my life would be much easier if I had less clutter, because I do worry about it, and I do feel sometimes very ashamed of it, and it would be rather nice not to feel ashamed.
Daphne's been living like this for the past 47 years, so how much of Cynthia's advice will she take on board?
Hello. Hello. Nice of you to come.
Thank you. I'm Cynthia.
My name is Daphne.
How do you do, Daphne?
So, would you like to come in?
I would. Thank
Yes?
you very much.
All right. Right, Cynthia, I'm going to take you up to my very untidy clutter room.
Okey-doke.
Daphne's 47 years' worth of hoarding has spread through every room in the house and is especially evident in the attic.
This is just a general clutter room for all the different things we do. And everything just gets put here, luggage, and friends store things here too.
I can see.
This is our sitting room. We try to keep this one tidy. You know, sometimes the poor house gets so cluttered up with things, and as you probably can see, we're mad about otters.
Some taxidermy going on here, Daphne?
May I ask you, is your house a very minimalist house?
I can't have things out and about.
You can't?
No. There's enough clutter going on in my head.
Yeah.
As Daphne's clutter has grown, it has consumed what used to be the dining room and now fills every cupboard in the kitchen.
This is the cupboard here that I thought you might be able to help me with.
Whoa there!
That's great, isn't it? It's a treat.
My first response to the house was more a claustrophobic response because there's a lot of stuff and things just accumulate. But there's a lot of things that need to go. Bye-bye.
With the tour indoors over, Daphne's taking Cynthia outdoors to see her real obsession, her 2 otters.
Hello, my little ones. Would you like me to bring them out and you meet them?
No, I can't do that now because I can't touch them and then go back in and work. I can't hold the otter, and then if I am, in fact, have a reaction to him, I'm now stuck in these clothes the rest of the day.
In all my years with the otters, I've never known anybody get an allergic reaction to them, but there's always a first time.
Yes, I've certainly heard that before.
No, you're not to do that, please. Come on. He's being a bit too frisky there. Come on, Belinda, what a good girl.
I think she was a little concerned that I might be the first person who ever might be allergic to the otters. I think she wasn't very happy about that.
Thank you.
Now that she's seen the whole house, there's time for Cynthia and Daphne to get to know each other.
I come from a giant family, and I got the job assignment of helping people make transitions in their lives and organize the clutter.
Yes, declutter.
This is right up my alley. My need for decluttering also has a medical, physiological component to it. So what I would like you to think about, what's really important to you? Just sort of look around and just feel...
I don't think I can, because I think some people like to have possessions because they feel they're surrounded by their friends. And if you take away too many possessions, then you've lost your friends. I mean, I can see from your point of view that medically you have to keep the dust down like anything. But if you don't have a problem like that, and I think, oh, what's a bit of dust? It doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter. But to you, of course, it would. I'm jolly well not going to throw them away, because if she throws them away, I shall just get them back again.
Professional cleaner Linda Dykes is teaming up with an army of obsessive cleaners because she believes they have a special set of skills which could help clean up Britain.
Spotlessly clean. It was spotless in there. She cleans the top of a bin. What more can you ask?
The next recruit is 41-year-old compulsive cleaner Claire, who spends 4 months of the year cleaning the 3-bedroom house which is home to her and her 5 children.
Cleaning is the most important thing in my life. I have to clean. First thing in the morning, the first thing that comes into my mind is cleaning, and I have to clean pretty much day and night, anytime.
She's a bit obsessive, to be honest. If someone else cleans up, she'll redo it. Everything's got to be in order.
I have challenged myself to not clean it, but I can't. It has to be done. I have to wipe it. I had a big issue with carpets because I had to have lines in the carpet where you have a fresh hoover mark. I've now changed to wood floors, which makes it a lot easier.
Obsessed with smears and smudges, Claire, who also works as a minibus driver, polishes her fridge 3 times a day.
I can't stand smears and finger marks because it sticks out really drastically.
Claire's compulsion to clean drives her to clean up to 8 hours a day, and she expects her kids to fall in line.
I treat my home with respect, and the rules are set by me. What about these boots? Can you not put these boots?
Yes, I'm putting them away.
That's all right. I dread to think what it'd be like if there was no rules.
As one of Linda's cleaning volunteers, Claire believes that her obsession can be put to good use in other people's homes too.
If I go into a house that's really messy and cluttered, I don't really know what it is. I will look at things and I have to clean them and make sure they're thoroughly clean. I do get an urge to clean it up because there's never an excuse for an untidy house. No.
Claire will be helping Phil and Susie Higgs, whose house hasn't had a proper clean for 5 years.
Oh, hiya. Hiya, I'm Claire.
Hi, I'm
nice
Phil.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Phil and Susie live in South London with their 5 kids and piles of junk.
It would be lovely to live in a nice, tidy house. I've never experienced it.
For Phil, Susie and the kids, who range in age from 5 to 15, the house has become a dumping ground.
This bike here is Joe's bike, and it's his Christmas present from last year, and now it's there out of its box, and that's as far as we got.
Sometimes I'll blitz this room, or I might blitz the kitchen, and within a week, it looks like it did before I started.
Susie and Phil believe there's one huge obstacle standing in the way of having a clean home.
I'm not convinced that you can live in a tidy house with 5 kids, but...
I don't think you can. It's not possible. Not unless they're tied up and in the cellar.
And with Phil suffering from type 2 diabetes and Susie enduring constant migraine attacks, they've had enough and have finally asked for help.
Neither of us very well, and I think that doesn't help. And we don't have enough energy, I think, to keep on top of it and to keep on top of the kids. Sometimes I feel embarrassed. I assume people are judging us, but...
I mean, I say that I don't care, but I think everybody does to a certain extent. It does worry me.
Oh, hi there.
Hiya.
Single mum of 5, Claire, who won't tolerate any mess in her home, is here to help. But how much of her advice will the Higgs family take on board?
Dining room, as you can see. This is pretty much what it's like all the time.
Do you
don't use it as
you don't really use it as a dining room, so you don't ever sit down? Because some things, you know, you'll probably find in here that that you haven't used for maybe months, years.
Oh, yeah, probably.
That could maybe sort of, you know, be stored elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'll show you the sitting room, which is probably the least messiest in the house. This is like a classic. I mean, we've got thousands of toys because of the kids, but I'll just do that. So that's one thing, and that drives Susie mad, because to me that's tidy. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind.
So how often do you actually clean?
Phil is supposed to clean it.
So how often do you?
I'm allergic to cleaning.
OK, this is Vicky's room. As you can see, she doesn't like tidying.
Oh, dear. I'm a bit shocked. It's... yeah. Yeah. I'm lost for words.
Just go for it. Go for it. Go on.
I'm feeling the need to just start getting rid of it.
It's where to start, though, isn't it?
Yes.
And with further bedrooms upstairs, there's more mess to come.
Wow. I wouldn't say this is as bad as downstairs, but it's not far behind it.
How are you feeling about being surrounded by so much clutter?
Pretty stressful. It's stressful. Yeah. I can't even say what I want to say. That is... No, I'm not going to say it. It's bad. To me, that is hell. Bedrooms, clothes, junk, everywhere. If I could do what I wanted to do in there, I would gut the whole place out and start again. From top to bottom.
Not happy with just tidying up Britain's private homes, cleaning fanatic Linda is determined she can transform the country's public spaces too.
You've done a good job scrubbing up here.
Thank you.
Across Britain, 8 million dogs produce 1,000 tonnes of dog waste every day. But in the last year, the council's services budget was slashed by £4 billion, meaning that parks like Allesley Park on the outskirts of Coventry have a seriously unpleasant problem.
Well, look at this dog poo here. You can imagine a little kid just coming up and slipping on this, and look, there's a fly on it. It's absolutely disgusting. You know, from my point of view, issues like this, they could be so easily dealt with, but just all you need is one dog walker, lazy dog walker, causing the mess, and it just ruins the whole path, doesn't it?
The 100-acre park, popular amongst families with children, was awarded green flag status for its exceptional natural beauty. But with dog waste on the rise, this is under threat.
I really hate dog poo. You can't leave the house these days without the fear of walking into it. I need to educate people on the dangers and implications that dog poo has on others, and I need to clean up that park and get rid of that dog waste for good.
To help clear up the park, Linda's called up Obsessive Cleaners Richard and Hayley.
Hi, Hayley.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, are you? Good to see you. How you doing? Right.
I'm lovely.
Compulsive organiser Richard is obsessed with order and tidiness.
For me, it's all about respect. If you respect your environment, you keep it tidy. If you don't respect it, it's messy. And I find that disgusting. Messy people wind me up.
Obsessive Compulsive Hayley has such a fear of poo, it motivates her to clean her home up to 19 hours a day.
I have got no time for feces, don't like it, never have done. That's why I don't have an animal, because it makes me want to vomit.
Linda believes involving the community will be key to clearing the park, so her plan is to first recruit volunteers before tackling the dog waste.
So what do you think about dog poo in your park?
I don't think it's really very nice, because it'd ruin the environment quite a lot if there was lots of it around, and there is in most parks.
Absolutely. Right then, should we crack on?
Yeah, let's
come on.
For Hayley, this isn't just about cleaning the park, it's about pushing herself to the limit and confronting her phobia.
What size poos does he do?
He does big poos.
Are they like a horse poo or are they like a donkey poo?
Yeah, but like a donkey poo, yes.
Are you
definitely?
kidding me?
No.
And you have to pick them up?
Yes.
Do you gag?
No, no.
Will he do one?
Yes.
Can
If I let him off the
force
lead.
it out of him?
I can't force it, but
well,
yes,
I do need to pick up a poo.
Yes.
At home, Hayley is so phobic of germs that she won't allow visitors to poo in her house, and she cleans her toilet up to 5 times a day. It's time to face her fears.
Oh my God. He is taking... Oh my God, it does smell!
Do you want a bag?
Mm-mm. I can't do it. Oh my God, I'm going to be sick. I can't have this conversation. Does he want some on his bum? I don't know if I can pick that poo up. Oh my God. What do I do?
Dab it so it sticks.
Dab it?
Dab it, yeah.
Like a sherbet?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my God.
Go for it,
Oh
quick.
my God.
Go for it.
Now get it out my face. I never want to see that again. I feel really proud of myself. Anyone that actually knows me will be like, I cannot believe you done that, because I would never, ever have picked up a dog poo. It's disgusting. It's the worst thing ever. Ever. And it stinks to high heaven.
OK, bin! Ooh.
In the Cotswolds, hygiene-obsessed Cynthia has only 3 days left to get Daphne's chaotic home in order. So she's decided to focus on the attic, the former dining room and the kitchen. And with limited time, Cynthia's taking a no-nonsense stance on decluttering.
We are tackling the cupboards, and when I say we, I mean Daphne. She has to determine, will she use it? And as soon as she says never, it gets binned.
Now, glucose syrup, I've never, ever used it.
Then that's your answer.
It does say best before 2003.
So I think we should probably pitch it.
Pitch it. I don't quite know how long that's been in there. Oh, I'm quite horrified. Do you know, I can see maggots. Look, those are maggots. Isn't that terrible? And there they are, creeping around on my chocolate. It's a wonder you want to be even in this house for a few minutes. Yeah. Oh, dear.
It's most likely these are moth larvae, which are attracted to sweet and starchy foods, but are not harmful to human health.
All right. Oh, dear heavens, about July the 10th, 1997. Now, I don't want to throw this away because it's citric acid, and that would not go off.
Except that it has.
All right, then. These are all little decorations I collected. Oh, well. This is arrowroot. I think my mother must have given that to me 55 years ago. I'm quite shocked. I didn't realise I had all these things. Vanilla pod, that's rather an old one.
Mm-hmm.
There's mixed herbs.
1994.
1 in 4 of us never clean out our cupboards, and as a nation, we're hoarding approximately £297 million worth of out-of-date food in our kitchens.
See, in my book, if it's sealed up, it's all right.
Yeah, no. The problem with so much is the irony is it gets wasted. If she had less in there, she'd, A, remember she had it, and B, she'd use it. It's an important life lesson we're learning here today.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
Germ-obsessed Cynthia believes clutter is the breeding ground for bacteria.
No. So does this start to concern you, that there's erosion on the metal?
What can go wrong when you start getting a corrosion?
Well, the most dramatic would be botulism, but you just don't. These are anaerobic, so you don't want to have air get in there, which would then allow them to, you know, germs, disease, microbes.
If my food has been in my cupboard, then my food is edible. Cynthia would not agree with that. So I had to hold my tongue a bit. I think these lentils are pretty old, but they've never been opened.
I'll just see. OK, so here we go. This is 4 years. So how do you feel about it?
Well, I would
do you ever make... But do you?
Yeah, I do.
You've had 4 years to make red lentil soup.
Well, I might make it tomorrow now I've found it.
Obviously, we're not going to change Daphne overnight. I'm just raising points of concern and seeing, as my mom used to say, I'm running it up the flagpole and seeing if anyone's going to salute it.
It's quite a shock for me. It is. It's much more of a shock than I thought it was going to be, I have to tell you that. It doesn't feel like my house anymore, you know?
Under Cynthia's supervision, it's been the biggest clear-out of Daphne's kitchen in almost half a century. Daphne has filled 3 rubbish bags with old, decaying food items ready to be thrown away.
My perception of it is, it made you anxious. Is there any reason to continue organizing the kitchen if it stresses you out and you would basically prefer to have things the way they are?
Yes, I am starting to get quite stressed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just don't know how much more I can push her. My gut tells me we should be bringing her daughter in. Maybe she, you know, we could just do a tag team because it's sort of an accident waiting to happen in there.
At the Higgs home in South London, Claire, who cleans around the clock in her own home, isn't satisfied with just taking on one of the cluttered rooms.
Hiya.
Hiya, morning.
Her strategy is to blitz the whole house from top to bottom.
I'm thinking that maybe we should start on the living areas.
Yeah, cool.
Obviously, we need to organise and declutter a bit first.
Okay.
And then obviously, once the rooms are a bit clearer or whatever, we can then start getting it all cleaned up. There seems to be piles of stuff that shouldn't be in here.
That's my corner.
Is this your rubbish?
Yeah. That's where I put things if I don't want to deal with them.
Because you've got mixtures of bits of everything.
Yeah, and some of that stuff isn't complete either.
And it's wet down here as well.
Down, it's not even ours. The cat down, it's not even ours.
There's a cat down there that's not even yours. Jesus. We've got pets that aren't supposed to be in here.
Yeah, we've even got
What's he
cats.
doing there? What's she sitting down?
He's asleep. He's asleep, yeah.
God.
You know,
See, look, hiding behind the settees. Anything else we're going to find under the settee?
After a couple of hours, what was once on the floor is now on the sofa, waiting to be put away.
I find this very difficult to deal with as well. This starts to stress me out now. I can't handle that. So what I would do, I would have to clear that, but instead of doing it properly, I would just like chuck all the books on the bookshelf, then throw things behind the settee and obviously use that corner.
Just so that you can't see it.
Yeah, and once I can't see it, I'm all right again. But seeing it drives me crazy.
Yeah. I get stressed when I see clutter, but I will deal with it. I won't just leave it. I have to deal with it. I have the urge to clear it, and you'll probably find it's less stressful doing it bit by bit rather than it is like we're going to have to do today in one big, you know, hoop of getting everything out of the way and cleared.
At home, Claire devotes an hour every day to obsessively removing smudges from her surfaces.
Pet hates, smears on televisions. Keep your finger marks off that TV.
The Higgs 13-year-old twins, Sam and Jo, have returned from school. In her own home, mum of 5 Claire expects her kids to fall in line with her cleaning regime.
What did you think about your room?
It's messy, but not as messy as a lot of things.
Would you like to have a sort of tidier room, or...?
Not really, because when it's a little bit messy, it probably doesn't make much sense, but I find it's easier to find things.
What can I say?
I think she's going to have a hard time in here because no one's going to want to do what she says, and then people will start slacking.
In Allesley Park, more than 50 volunteers have turned up to help clear up the dog poo.
Have we all got bags? Yes? Right then.
365,000 tonnes of dog poo is produced in Britain every year. It's the dog owner's job to clear it up, and failure to comply risks a fine of up to £1,000.
It's safe to say I found my first piece of poo. Very, very slimy. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I can't cope anymore.
Not only is dog poo an environmental pollutant, it's also a health risk to children, and in extreme cases, can cause blindness.
Hey, you're doing well, aren't you?
Oh, no, that was hers.
Oh, was it?
Same for this one.
Compulsive germaphobe Hayley has now picked up 3 pieces of dog poo for the first time in her life.
There was like a carrot in there, I'm sure. Okay, hang on.
An hour into the clean, and order fanatic Richard is relishing the job in hand.
Runny poo! I've got some runny poo. Who's going to pick up the runny poo?
Where is it?
That's your job, sir.
Oh, you...
Brilliant. I'm not being funny. We're coming through here today. We're finding poo everywhere. What do you think about people that are leaving the poo? I mean, look at that thing. It's full up of poo.
I don't really think that they should be owning a dog if they're just leaving it.
Exactly. If you own a dog, what should you do? Pick up the poo. It's disgusting.
In Gloucestershire, Cynthia is 2 days into the 4-day clean-up at Daphne's, and having met with resistance in the kitchen yesterday, she's called on Daphne's daughter, Sophie, for help. Today, she wants to tackle the cluttered attic, and to avoid further confrontation, Cynthia's chosen to take a back seat.
There's a lot of stuff here, but I don't know who's going to want it. It's just, it feels churlish to throw it as landfill.
Oh, here I come.
Hello, Cynthia.
Talk to me about how you think your mom's doing with all of this.
Well, I think she's really stimulated by you being here, and I think it's enormously helpful.
But with 47 years' worth of family memories tied up in the home, Daphne can't bear the thought that something of value might be thrown away.
All these little mats.
No, that's the one I have on top of the stairs. That's very good. And otherwise, we'll have to get a new carpet because the carpet's almost threadbare.
Did you take that? Right.
Psychologists suggest that some people hoard instinctively, because just as squirrels hoard nuts, they believe that there's an evolutionary benefit to collecting as much stuff as possible.
Little kitty pooties.
Oh, no, that one, I had them for the play. No, and don't you take any of those things, because they're precious. Don't want those to go. Didn't realise I had all this.
So, here we've got 2 crates for charity shop. We've got 1 crate of the maps and some pictures for an auction room. All this stuff here is got to be, go to the dump or be recycled.
Daphne's not alone in her habit of keeping stuff she doesn't use. It's estimated that people use just 20% of their possessions most of the time. Daphne finally parts with some books and a few items of clothing.
I think I'm going to take that cushion back. I really am.
Okay.
Because it's quite useful.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it stops people's dirty behinds going on my furniture. Here you are. There's your lunch. Off you go, darling. No, I'm coming in. Come on, back you go. It's very difficult for people to come in to a house where people have lived for a long, long time. And I think it's difficult for her to understand the way I live my life, and vice versa.
In South London, obsessive cleaner Claire has been sorting out the Higgs family house for 3 days. At home, she cleans every window in the house on a daily basis.
That's a pet hate, that is. Look at that. It's been on there so long. The only thing to get that off is like one of those things that you have to grind it off with the thing, but then it scratches up the glass, so it's pointless even trying it. I couldn't live with that on there. I've replaced the window rather than look at that. Yeah.
Downstairs, Phil and Susie are struggling to get their 5 kids, aged 4 to 15, to get involved with the clean.
Sam, I need you in the kitchen.
Come on.
Harriet. Yeah? It's your room.
Come on, I'm going to go and get her.
No, come on. I drove you off the bed. Come on. Okay, move.
single mum Claire's own kids are expected to help out in the home and respect her obsessive cleaning routine.
So have you finished your food?
Yeah.
So are you going to try and get motivated today? Mum says you've not really done a lot. Come on. Anyway. Vicky.
Yes.
Are you awake?
Yes.
Do you fancy coming and helping me?
Do what?
We're just going to wipe round a few little picture frames. Come on.
I think cleaning's boring, so I'd rather be sleeping.
I think the girls need a little bit more work. I think if anyone's going to fall behind, it'll be the girls, I think. I think they definitely need to be kicked into toe.
Come on, I'll see you later. See you later.
With the children reluctant to embrace the clean, Claire believes that some strict guidelines need to be set down, especially as Phil and Susie both struggle with their health.
We've got a bit of a struggle with them.
Yeah.
You know, we've maybe put a bit more emphasis on having a bit of fun because it's been a difficult time lately or what have you. And, you know, sometimes having fun's maybe more important.
And it's just easier to back off, and the sort of like the tidiness and the cleaning, I guess the priority just goes down and it drops down a bit more and then a bit more.
Being a single parent, I've had to be a bit harder with them because you've got to have some sort of order with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise,
yeah.
you know, they just tend to run rings around you. Obviously, if you put the discipline in early, it pays off in the long run. With my kids, obviously, they see how I am, and it then sort of makes them realise that, you know, that things have to be kept that way for a reason. You know.
Yeah, sort of leading by example, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Back in Allesley Park, order-obsessed Richard's taking a methodical approach to clearing the dog poo from the park.
We've now done the whole exterior of the field. We're going to form a line and we're just going to walk through the middle of the field, picking up the poo as we go. Let's go! Come on!
Dog waste isn't just unpleasant, it's dangerous too. The biggest threat to public health is a disease called toxocariasis, which can lead to blindness. Infected soil samples are often found in play areas and, as a result, infection most commonly affects children between 18 months and 5 years old.
There's another one. Wow.
Wow.
There's another one.
OK, this is getting heavy now. This is actually hurting.
OK,
Right.
so there's a lot of poo in there.
Yeah, a lot of poo. And it proper stinks, yeah.
After a foul day's work, Linda and her team have removed over 20 kilos of dog poo and the park is finally clear.
I think the positive energy out there was, you know, I could feel it. It was out there, it was good, and let's hope this lasts in the community. It keeps the park clean, definitely.
Even though I'm not comfortable with doing it, I still was willing to sort of pick up the poo and get rid of it, which was hard. It was so hard doing that, but I've done a good job, if I do say so myself.
I am glad we did it, but people need to be aware. You pick up your poo. You have a dog. You take the responsibility yourself and pick up your own poo.
Okay, so step one, we'll get everything off the floor. Then we'll hoover and wash the floor. And in the meantime, you two can be thinking about what comes back in the room.
It's hyperallergic Cynthia's last day in Daphne's dusty mill house, and she's decided to put decluttering aside to get on with cleaning up.
Yesterday was exhausting, and let's just do a little tidying up and let everything that happened yesterday sort of settle in.
After a morning spent vacuuming and wiping down the former dining room, even Daphne is impressed with the results.
This floor is terrific. It's as good as it'll get, I think.
And it looks beautiful.
Yep, we should be proud of this.
Doesn't it, Sophie?
Lovely. This fridge, another matter.
Yeah.
This is black mould growing in the fridge door that I'm allergic to.
So am I.
Well, darling,
Okay,
don't
so
do it then.
Wait, I got it. Here's what I do.
With her history of respiratory illness, Cynthia believes that exposure to black mould poses a risk to her health.
Black mold will kill you, and the problem with black mold, ironically, is that as the houses have gotten more airtight and better built. Ironically, they no longer breathe. So new houses are more likely to get it. It's like you've surrounded the house in a baggie or saran wrap.
I'm actually ashamed. I didn't realise that I did have that black mould. It's horrible.
With only a couple of hours left before it's time to leave, Cynthia can't resist a once-over in the kitchen.
Oh, my God. It's not making a dent because it's all grease, so it's not being very water-soluble. Okay. Gone about as far as we can go.
After the hard work of the past 4 days, Daphne is keen to show off the changes in her home, so neighbour Rosie is paying a visit. Kitchen cupboards used to overflow with out-of-date foodstuffs dating back decades, and the surfaces were barely visible.
This is Cynthia, who's been in charge of it all.
Oh, you're the lady that's knocked her into shape. Wow. Clean table.
Yes.
It looks so much better. And you look so much better.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
yes.
You look brighter and...
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's taken a good weight off you. Well done. I'm really proud of you, you know.
You're proud of me?
Yeah,
You should be proud of
really
her.
well. Oh, no, that's her job.
It's not my job!
I was quite brave, wasn't I, Rosie? I was quite brave.
Yeah, you've done better than I thought you were going to.
Oh, good. So, do you think that one day you might come to tea with me?
Definitely.
You think you...
Yeah, cups that are clean, look at it.
Having Cynthia here has shaken things up a bit. Not on a huge scale, but I will try very hard to remember some of the things she's told me, because actually having less clutter around does mean less risk.
The kitchen was a success. Upstairs in the attic, Cynthia failed to get more than a few piles of clutter and some furniture out of the door.
This will never be a clean house. But I'm fine with being in the house. Just don't ask me to eat and sleep here.
It's Claire's final day with the Higgs family, and determined the entire house will be spotless by the time she leaves, she's put everyone to work clearing up their rooms, including 11-year-old Vicky.
So, Vicky, did you realise you had so much rubbish in your room?
Not really.
But you're going to be glad to see the back of it, aren't you, and get a shot of it all?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm happy it's being done. It's not really that fun, but I want it to be done, so I'm just going to do it.
Following Claire's advice, Phil's taking a firmer stance with the kids.
Sam, Joe, come on. I need all these bags, or as many of these bags as you can, taken down to the bins, please. Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. It is important that the boys get involved, because otherwise they're quite happy to just sit and play about and stuff. And again, it's just teaching them that they need to take responsibility as well. It's their rubbish just as much as it is ours. It's their home just as much as it is ours, you know, so they have to be sort of proactive in it all. And it's nice to see it go. It's almost therapeutic, really. Yeah, it's like a sort of a fresh breeze coming through the house sort of thing.
By the end of the afternoon, the house is ready for Susie's sister Sarah and close friend Sam to drop by. When Claire first arrived, every room in the Higgs home had become a dumping ground.
Hiya.
Hello, Susie. Are we allowed in? Yep.
3 days ago, the dining table had disappeared beneath piles of junk.
Oh my God! Where is everything? Every surface is tidy. I have never ever seen it so tidy.
And 11-year-old Vicky's room was overwhelmed with mountains of clothes and rubbish.
I can actually see under the bed as well. Brilliant.
With every corner stuffed with clutter, the living room was a disorganised mess.
This looks really good.
There's areas of the room that I've never seen before.
Yeah, neither have we.
How have you found it this week?
It started off, it was looking like it was going to be tough, but then everyone sort of got motivated and basically we had the kids helping.
Everyone's joined in. Oh,
yeah.
that's really great. It's
So,
really,
yeah.
really good to see.
Upstairs, the children's bedrooms were littered with clothes and piles of toys.
It's brilliant, absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's like a proper home now
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the family.
It'll be easy for Susie now.
Yeah.
It's just clean, tidy, smells nice. It's amazing.
I've never seen it like this, ever.
Definitely not.
I've never seen it as tidy as this.
It feels great that it's all done, yeah.
You know, we weren't really working as a team, and now I think we are. And obviously the results were a lot better.
I was quite impressed with Phil and Susie, and the kids as well, because I do think they generally tried their best. Yeah, no, I think they've done really well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going home and getting in my nice, clean house.
A quarter of people in Britain are so obsessed with cleaning and tidying that they spend 2.5 hours or more every weekday on household chores, with many compelled to abide by strict cleaning regimes and rituals.
I would never dream of just putting them straight into the fridge. If I didn't wash them, I would feel that there's germs on them.
But for most Brits, keeping the home clean and tidy is not a priority, as the average kitchen chopping board has 3 times as much fecal bacteria as the average toilet bowl.
This is really, really bad. This is the worst house I've ever been in my life.
47-year-old Linda Dykes is an obsessive cleaner from North Wales. Linda loves cleaning so much, she's turned it into a business.
What can shine, will shine.
Linda believes people's compulsion to clean should be put to good use.
Right then, should we crack on? Yeah, come on.
Her vision is to team up with an army of volunteers obsessed by cleaning so they can scrub up Britain, one dirty home at a time.
Together, we will clean up Britain.
Mum, the VHSs, nobody watches VHS anymore.
We're going to pick you up.
But can people with such opposing attitudes towards cleanliness
Oh, my good God. That is more than just junk.
really work together to transform their lives?
This is horrible. I'm shaking. It's disgusting. And I'm getting more and more cross with myself.
Linda Dykes is in Norwich
Hi, I'm Linda.
Hiya, James.
to personally inspect the home of a potential volunteer for her army of obsessive cleaners.
I've got a big thing about toilets. Want to lift your lid?
I will show you inside my toilet.
Oh, that is white, I like. Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Bye.
I'll be in touch.
Okay, bye-bye.
37-year-old James lives with his husband Christopher and is obsessed by the urge to clean, tidy and keep order.
I spend about 3 hours a day cleaning the house. Always. There's not a day goes by where I don't clean. It has to be done daily. I clean my loo roughly about, I'd say probably about 4 times a day. This floor gets swept probably about 4, 5, 6 times a day.
James is so obsessed with cleanliness that even the beams in his 16th century townhouse are hoovered on a daily basis.
One of my little quirks.
James's compulsion to clean isn't just limited to his own home. Even when down the pub, he can't resist getting stuck in.
It's just in James's nature to clean, clean and clean. I gave him a set of gloves and said, off you go, you can clean what you like. You can do the toilets if you want. I'm not forcing you to do it, but he went and did them anyway.
House husband James spends 2 whole months of the year making sure his home lives up to his own exacting standards.
I change my bed linen about 3 times a week. And it's nice getting into a nice, clean-smelling bed. 'Cause I think a lot of people don't bother doing that. I'm sure there are people out there who could live up to my standards, but haven't met one yet.
James will be helping 36-year-old busy housewife Jodi, who lives in Nantwich, Cheshire, with partner Roger and their 2 young daughters.
When it comes to cleaning, I describe myself as I will tidy as and when I need. I tend to stash things in cupboards behind closed doors just to do a quick clean. I don't think I have actually ever cleaned the house from top to bottom. This cooker hasn't been cleaned in a few months. Actually, I'm so embarrassed. I've never cleaned my oven.
The house hasn't had a deep clean in the 6 years they've lived there, and the state of the home is putting pressure on the couple's relationship.
You're cheating. Sit down. I'd rather play with them and worry about the mess. It doesn't really bother me.
As an engineer, I'm used to having order, regimented filing systems, places for putting things. To go from that environment to the home environment is difficult to adjust. What gets me frustrated is you look under the chairs and things just get shoved under and...
It's always a fight. It's never nice. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does cause conflict.
We don't discuss it. We yell at each other, and it's quite unpleasant actually. Roger has a high well, I think he's got a high expectation of me, whereas he thinks I'm not doing the simple things.
The couple are now so embarrassed by their home that only close friends and family are invited over.
Your mum is a clean freak. I wonder whether she judges us, whether she'll look around and go,
Whenever I come to see Roger and Jodi, I always help out. I think they've done a brilliant job with the girls, but I think it's been at the expense of the house.
The scale of the work to be done in this house, top to toe, showroom condition, would take a phenomenal amount of work. I couldn't do it on my own. That's why it hasn't been done. Yeah, we need help.
Obsessively Clean James has agreed to try to help Jodi bring order to her home.
Going into a complete stranger's house, it's a bit worrying. Apprehensive about not knowing what I'm going to face.
But with his stress levels already rising, how will he cope with Jodi's attitude to cleaning?
Hello.
Hiya.
Hi, I'm
James.
Jodi.
Hiya, Jodi.
Jodi.
Hi, I'm Roger. Hi, Roger. Hi. OK.
So our house got a lot of underlying problems in here, really, like underneath the sofa.
Underneath the sofa?
Well,
You've
under
never
the
thought to move?
cushions. Do you want to see?
Go on.
You sure? It's.
You've never thought of moving a cushion?
No, I haven't actually, because we just sit there and things get shoved down. And when I do look to go under there to fix it, it's too much of a job, to be honest. Behind there's pretty full of stuff too.
Oh.
Yeah.
My life.
I haven't dusted, so everything's covered.
Broom?
I sweep every day, but
Do you?
because it's the front door, a lot of stuff comes through.
And this is how you live?
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah. I've got 2 small children, so it's quite a busy house.
Right. How old are the children?
2 and 4.
So they're at school during the day?
One of them's just started school, and the other one's at home with me.
So what are you doing all day? Sorry.
Do you have kids?
No.
There you go.
No.
There you go. A lot of people who don't have kids or go to work full-time don't seem to think that what I'm doing is a job.
Yeah, no.
Cleaning isn't on top of my priority. My children are.
You're not worried about the amount of dirt that they might pick up and...
No, a little bit of dirt's good for them, isn't it?
A little bit's good. Not quite as much as this. OK.
You can see there's quite a bit of clutter in
yes.
day-to-day living.
Day-to-day?
Yeah.
OK.
This is the bathroom.
Right.
And someone hasn't flushed the toilet.
Lovely.
Oh. Who was in there last? Not me. Sorry, that's the whole household having kids.
OK.
Yeah.
I am going to probably gag now, aren't I?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't done the floors in here.
No, that's obvious.
But
I see that.
it's also black tiles, so it picks up everything.
Never mind. Next.
And through here is the kitchen.
OK. So how often do you clean your cooker?
I don't really clean the stove and the oven. It's never really been cleaned.
Oh, my life, you don't clean that stove.
It revolts me, to be honest. I don't like the chemical idea, I don't like to touch it.
You don't like chemicals, or you don't like to touch the stove?
I don't like the chemicals that you put on it, and no, I don't like to do it.
Why?
Obviously, I don't know. It just doesn't. I just cook and serve up and done. Usually, it's quite hot there after I've cooked.
OK. The floor, yet again, I presume you don't clean in here?
No.
The cooker was bad just because the amount of grease and grime, and I didn't dare open the cooker to see what was inside, but the hob bit was just filth. And the floors, they say, were just horrible. I wouldn't like to walk barefoot on those.
He annoys me already. He's got no concept of family life.
If they don't pull their weight, then the claws will come out and I will be quite harsh with them.
Linda Dykes is teaming up with a volunteer army of the country's most obsessive cleaners in a bid to clean up Britain.
You're like me, you are. Everything has to be in line, doesn't it, in the kitchen?
31-year-old Kristy from Orpington runs her own dating agency from the flat she shares with her husband and 2 teenage sons. She cleans the flat from top to bottom twice daily.
Here's the handle, but for some strange reason, everyone in this house likes to put big dirty fingerprints on it, and it drives me insane. I have to have clean in the house. Is my microwave, no fingerprints. Door handles, no fingerprints. Light switches, no fingerprints. Every morning, without fail, I get a bit of kitchen paper and go over all this. Everything has to be in order, like the socks, the pants, the clothes. I have order in my drawers, and this is how I put away all the washing. All the socks are folded up into little balls. All the shorts and that are folded up the same way. Oh, I just can't stand having loads of mess everywhere with clutter. Probably get a real muddled head if everything wasn't in order and everything wasn't tidy. I just want everything nice and clean and tidy.
Kristy's husband, Michael, works as a heating engineer.
Shoes!
But his dirty work clothes don't sit well with obsessive cleaner Kristy.
Whenever I come in, she's behind me the moment I walk through the door, cleaning.
Yuck.
She disinfects everything he's touched and has strict systems in place to avoid his dirty clothes contaminating the home.
Hey, babe.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Michael will come in from work and he'll go to sit in the front room, but he knows not to sit on the sofa with his trousers on because of all the germs and that in the houses he's been in.
I just have to pull my trousers down and sit with it on my lap, so I don't mind. So it's fine, it just saves me a lot of headache.
Kristy obsessively avoids dirt outside the home too. She can't train at her local gym without cleaning it first.
I hoover the gym because you're this close to all the flick and the dirt on the floor. So instead of breathing it up, I hoover it. My grandmother thinks I'm obsessed, but she calls it ODC, not OCD, I think she called it. I hope to bring order and cleanliness into other people's houses, and maybe I can learn something from that too.
Kristy will be helping Kay and Dillip, who live in Kettering. Their home was once a corner shop, but since shutting it in 1995, it's become a storeroom for Kay's clutter.
This is all my hoarding for about at least 20 years, if not longer.
There are up to 3 million hoarders in the UK, and Kay's hoard is made up of thousands of ornaments and bits of bric-a-brac that she buys daily from charity shops.
I can't stop. I do ask myself, why do I do it? Why? But then I still go out and do it again.
The space has also become a dumping area for anything she won't part with.
Well, the clutter has gone bad beyond measure. It's got to a point where you don't know where to start if you wanted to clear it.
Kristy is here to help, but will her 4-day intervention be enough to make a dent in Kay's 20-year stockpile of clutter?
Hello.
I'm Kristy.
Kay,
hi.
Lovely to meet you. Welcome to our humble home. It's my husband, Dillip. Kristy.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you, all right?
Cold.
I'll show you around, come on. Welcome to this chaos.
Okay.
And at one time, this was a snooker room with a half-size snooker table in here.
And do you use all this?
No. No. Look at this, it's supposed to be a dining table.
Wow.
And that's meant to be a sofa. I can't remember the last time we sat on it. Shall I show you the worst part?
Oh.
Welcome to my Aladdin's cave.
Oh, wow. You like collecting stuff?
I just like buying.
Wow.
Like many hoarders, Kay buys stuff because she doesn't like the thought of it going to waste.
There's stuff that I've collected for years. Look, everything is full like this.
Do you collect all the vases as well for flowers?
I collect anything that appeals to me.
Even if you're not going to use it, you still buy it?
I don't use anything.
You don't use anything you buy, do you use?
Hardly. Even the clothes I buy, I don't wear.
Oh, it's the same with clothes?
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. And here, there's a massage chair that we bought about 20 years ago.
It's still in the box?
I never opened it up even.
Oh, wow. My head's... Right.
You've never seen so much stuff.
The clutter, it's chaos. It's floor to ceiling. I think we're going to need a skip.
Kay's daughter, Ruby, has arrived to meet Kristy.
Hello, Kristy. Lovely to meet you. I've been telling them for years, you know, just to get rid of everything.
Before Kristy gets started on the clean-up, Ruby wants to tell her about an incident that occurred in the old shop and led to a change in her mother, Kay.
When I was about 6, I can't remember, yeah, a few years ago, and it was, my parents both were stabbed by this guy who used to come in the shop. My dad was stabbed in the stomach several times, and my mum in the hand and her arm, her leg, and her stomach as well. And it, you know, took them a long time to kind of recover from all of that.
Did that happen here?
Yeah, it was in this house.
Memories.
Yeah, definitely. Which...
Well, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
With all, they're keeping everything. So now we've got to turn that room into a nice, happy...
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I had injuries to my knees and my legs. I had injuries all over, and the doctor said to me, you've got to keep walking, you know, walk a couple of hours every day. So I got kind of bored walking on the street, so I devised a plan, go to all the charity shops, make it more interesting. And this is how I got into buying things then.
To make matters worse, Kay and Dillip's son then passed away.
But then my son died a few years ago. I think after that it got worse. I think I started buying more and more and more.
Research has shown that stressful and traumatic events are common in people who hoard.
And Dillip thinks I'm doing it to fill the hole, but don't know. Who knows? But I just...
One way or another, we're going to sort it.
I hope so.
I think the reason why Kay's done this, she's been filling a void because of the loss of her son and because of what's happened to her and her husband. And to come over them kind of things, you've got to be so strong. And I mean, you can't even contemplate what they've been through and how they've come over it, but they have. So that's what equals everything why we're here, to sort out this whole situation.
Over 30 million tonnes of litter are collected from our streets every year, and fly tipping costs local authorities an estimated £41.3 million a year to clean up. But professional cleaner Linda Dykes believes that the army of obsessive cleaners can help bring Britain up to her own high standards.
I feel there's an awful lot of places within the UK that are in dire need of help and a good old clean. People just don't take any care within their community these days. So therefore, as OCD cleaners, yes, we can clean it. However, we cannot do it alone. We need the community's help.
Today, she's taking on the challenge of cleaning up Tower Hamlets Cemetery Park, which is in dire need of help. It's got a serious issue with fly tipping, littering and vandalism.
Dealing with burnt-out bins, vandalised furniture is a frustrating part of my day because there's no need for people to set fire to a bin. There really isn't. There's no need for people to steal the stone or spray a place with graffiti.
The park, which includes open space and an ancient cemetery, covers 33 acres and has only one full-time member of staff.
Hi, Linda.
Hiya, you all right?
Linda's enlisted the help of fellow obsessive cleaners Richard and Hayley.
Thank you for coming.
That's okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
37-year-old Richard from Sandhurst is obsessed by the urge to clean, tidy and keep order.
If there's a spectrum, there's the messy people at one end, there's the normal everyday people in the middle, and there's me at the other end. Ultra tidy, ultra organised, ultra efficient. Messy people wind me up.
27-year-old mum of 3, Hayley, was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder in 2007. Hayley is so afraid of germs, she gets through up to 21 pairs of rubber gloves and 14 bottles of bleach a week.
If the house smells of bleach, then I happily will sleep. It's like my little bubble, like, protecting me.
Morning, guys.
Hiya.
How you doing? My name's Ken. I work here in the park. Hi, and you are?
Linda.
Linda, excellent.
Good to meet you, Richard.
Richard.
How you doing?
Hayley.
Haley, excellent, brilliant. Well, thanks for all coming down today. What I'm going to do is take you on a little tour, show you those things we need your help with, so follow me.
Ooh, let's go.
An ancient cemetery sits at the heart of the park, and even that isn't safe from vandalism.
Someone's graffitied on the gravestone.
Well, this is one of the things I wanted to show you. It's not nice. I mean,
That's
it's
somebody's family.
Yes, it's.
I'd be so upset if that was someone
Yeah, but the writing on it isn't nice at all.
No.
Tell you what's the matter.
Hayley's OCD has contributed to her intense fear of death, and in particular, decomposing flesh.
I'm just, it's horrible that we're walking like through dead bodies. I just don't like it. I just
but
feel
you're in a group,
I
Hayley.
know, but
and it's not dark.
I don't care. I don't like it.
You don't believe in ghosts, though?
Yeah, absolutely, which is why I'm scared.
I
Like,
believe
I'm a
in
bit
ghosts.
Like, I do believe in ghosts, and I'm like, I don't know.
Would you feel better if the sex came off that stone there?
I'm not being disrespectful here at all. I just don't feel comfortable, and I think that is massively disrespectful, and that's why I'm uncomfortable being here, because these are people's families.
At the end of the day, I would be gutted if that was my brother or something.
Yeah.
Removing antisocial graffiti costs the UK £1 billion a year, and there's more dotted around the park.
There's a place for graffiti in society, but it isn't on your post. It's stupid.
Hayley, do you think you could manage the graffiti?
Can I use bleach on it?
Bleach is not the answer to all your problems.
But it will clean it.
The park also has a serious fly tipping problem.
Let me out the rubble, Ken. It's minging. It needs to be removed.
Don't touch the gate. I reckon it's got so many germs. No.
Burnt-out bins are also a blot on the landscape.
I've got a big issue with shiny things. You know, once they're cleaned, I shine them up.
Excellent.
So I think this bin, shining, would look superb.
It would.
So
I'd agree with
it needs to be restored, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, exactly.
Linda's going to tackle the litter cleanup herself, but she's got tasks in mind that will draw on the strengths of Richard and Hayley, even if it might push them out of their comfort zones.
So, Richard, I would like you to do the bin first.
Let me out the bin.
Yeah, but I want it prestige.
It will be.
Yeah,
Don't
shining,
worry.
gleaming. Hayley, I want you to do the remove the sex off the gravestone.
OK.
Can we do it?
Yes, Linda.
Yes.
Thank you. Right.
We will do it.
Let's go.
Let's
We
go.
break and we're on.
It's obsessive cleaner James's first day in Nantwich. At home, James spends 30 hours a week cleaning his house. Jodi's two-bedroomed house hasn't had a deep clean in the 6 years she's been there.
Good morning.
Morning.
Come on through.
Thank you.
James's strategy is to start in the area he thinks is the dirtiest in Jodi's home, the kitchen.
Plan today is get cracking.
Yeah.
Get cracking on the kitchen first, I think.
Kitchen first.
At home, James cleans his cooker every time he uses it.
It's mate. Sorry. Are you really that sick?
Jodi's oven has never been cleaned, and the hob rarely gets cleaned.
Even the lid is just really... my hands are, like, really sticky now.
Yeah.
Oh, that is going to need some blasting. Oh, gee.
You all right?
Yeah, no, I'll just can I put it back down
Of course
again?
you can.
Yeah, once that's done, I'll just feel a bit more comfortable in the kitchen. Try get as much of that now
Down.
to get all the crap off.
Yuck. It really stinks.
Don't you like just the way that it's looking already?
No, I don't like this. This is vile.
But you've been cooking on it.
Yeah, but I don't need to clean it.
We've got all that oil in the sink.
I just think, ew.
To clean off the burnt-on food, germaphobe James is taking a risk and doubling up on the chemicals. Kitchen cleaner followed by oven cleaner, which is potentially hazardous.
My eyes are watering, James. I'm going to go outside, yeah?
Well, the lid's down now, anyway.
They're so strong.
They are strong.
That smell and those fumes, honestly, still in my nose and boom, boom, boom of my head. I couldn't do it. I couldn't use that stuff, and that's probably why my state it is. Because I don't use chemicals on it. I just give it a quick wipe over and be done. He's definitely immune to that bleach smell. If he can't smell that smell just now, he's done some sort of damage in his nose. I think, anyway.
With the oven now clean, James wants to tackle the rest of the kitchen.
You got them?
Yeah, I can't throw those away. They're Roger's good plates.
Dog comb next to cutlery.
No, that's a Nick comb.
Still next to cut. Oh, that makes all the difference then.
Really? Yeah, it's pissing me off. It's just pissing me off chucking all this stuff away.
I'm loving this. You really do have to put your back into it.
Like, you've gone over that spot quite a few times. It's hard work.
What's taken now 5.5 hours to clean, and that's with 2 of us. So that's a 10-hour job just to clean 1 room in a house. I don't think she kind of realises the extent of the dirt. And I've just noticed something just there, that she's just put down the sink. She just picked it up and put it straight in the sink after she hoovered, and that sink's just been cleaned. What a happy bunny.
It's day 2 in Kettering, and obsessive cleaner Christy has recruited some of Kay's friends and family to help her clear the clutter and rubbish from the old shop area and the former snooker room.
Right, it's just basically getting all the rubbish into the skip.
Okay.
The YMCA guy's coming tomorrow to collect everything.
All the charity stuff?
Yes, so we've got to get all the big units out, and maybe the fridge we need to get out as well through the door, and we've just got to go for it.
Over the past 20 years, Kay's been accumulating more and more possessions, and like most compulsive hoarders, has been unable to throw anything away.
Oh my God, I love these handbags.
Well, can I ask, when was the last time?
I've never used it.
You've never used it?
No, I never used that one either.
So we'll say goodbye to it, we'll give it to a nice new home, and somebody else is going to be walking around with the bag.
All these Pride and Prejudice videos, I could keep those.
Mum, the VHSs, nobody watches VHS anymore.
Christy,
take her away.
I'm going to pick you up. Drag her out.
At home, Christy cleans her house from top to bottom twice a day. Kay's old shop has never been cleaned.
Oh, this is so disgusting. I don't know, I think this is like mice droppings or rat droppings. Oh, that is gross.
Right, don't touch that, 'cause you need gloves.
Yeah.
And we need to, so there's obviously a few mice around here or something.
Yeah,
can we please get rid of this now?
Let's just get this into the skip. I'll take the front.
Oh my God. I'm feeling really sick within myself now. Oh my God, how come if all that stuff hadn't been on it, I would have seen that. I'm not gonna have a clutter ever again.
Did you hear that? Yeah!
In Tower Hamlets Cemetery Park, it's the day of the big clean.
Hi guys.
Hello, you alright?
Welcome to Cemetery Park. Thank you so much for coming.
Park Officer Ken has rounded up some local volunteers to help Linda, Richard and Hayley with the clean-up.
We need to get cracking today. I want this park to be a park that everybody can be proud of. Agreed?
Yeah, that's great.
Let's get cracking.
Linda's put order-obsessed Richard in charge of renovating the burnt-out bin.
I think the first thing we should do is probably dish out the wire brushes. Yep. Give it a good scrape down. Yep. So if we all grab a wire brush, I reckon that's where we start.
Before they can give it a new coat of paint, they need to prep the surface.
We're racing against the clock, really. I think we'll be all right. The only thing that's going to hamper us is maybe the drying time for the paint. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Bleach-loving Hayley has been allocated the task of cleaning the antisocial graffiti off the 125-year-old gravestone. Local conservationist David is lending a hand.
What, do you think bleach will get that off? Is that the best thing to use?
Wouldn't be on there because of the wildlife around the area, so we'd have to clean it another way to make it clean.
We can't use bleach?
No.
Oh, man. I am going to put 2 pairs of gloves on now. It just makes me feel better if I can't use the bleach. What do we do with this?
Well,
I've never used sandpaper, ever. The closest I go to anything like that is like a nail file. This is not doing anything, is it?
And it will, slowly. Look, see, it's coming up slowly.
How long do you think this will take?
Not long, it's actually coming off now.
So how are you feeling now? Do you feel more comfortable here?
I feel like I'm not going to get haunted because I'm doing a good deed.
Yes, exactly. And
like,
John Fowler loves you for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the bin now scrubbed down, Richard and his team are priming it ready for a top coat.
Right, let's go. Let's prime. We could get Linda over here to talk at the bin and dry it quicker.
With the gravestone clear of graffiti and the bin drying, Linda's enlisted Hayley and Richard's help with the fly tipping and litter.
Careful. Oh my God, it stinks. That smell smells a bit like urine as well.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You make it up as you go along, you do.
Are you going to take them then?
Yeah, I am. For goodness sake, I've got bloody gloves on. Yeah. Oh, your size.
I hate you. I actually hate you. Look, is that a poo in it?
No, it's not.
Well, that crutch looks like it's been weeding.
I know, yeah, all right.
There we go, look. That was somebody's pride and joy one day. Oh, it's rolling.
Fly tipping is the illegal deposit of waste onto land that has no licence to accept it. If caught, fly tippers can be fined up to £50,000.
Perfect. That's a big win. That was just sitting there, looking ugly. Now in the skip.
It's Obsessive Cleaner James's second day in Nantwich, and today he wants to tackle Jodi's lounge. Starting with behind the sofa, which hasn't been cleaned once in the 6 years the family have lived in the house.
Let's pull it out and see if we can find a body behind here. Oh, my good God. That is more than just junk.
That's where my phone went.
What? Look, there's food. Oh, that is disgusting.
Where? Oh,
Look,
bread.
I'm surprised, I really am.
I am too.
With bread there, you haven't had mice in your house. This is shocking, and that's not even halfway out. There's still more stuff under the sofa. Bin bag needed. You are not keeping all that rubbish.
No. It's all kids.
There's not all kids. I'm going to put some marigold gloves on to pick all this stuff up. Do you want your old mobile phone?
Yeah.
Because obviously you've missed it.
No, it's the girl's toy, and I have been looking for it, to be honest. I'll just chuck some more rubbish down there. Well, it's going to go in the bin anyway.
Kind of defeats the object.
It's really hard to pull this sofa out, and I've got 2 little kids who've just got, you know, other things on their minds rather than cleaning up properly. And they're going to get a stern telling off for this. If I ever see them putting anything behind the sofa again, I'm on
but
them.
you can't completely blame the kids for it.
I am, because all of these are toys.
Not
this
all
is
of
all
it.
toys.
There is not all toys behind there.
I'm struggling to see much more than toys, to be honest with you. I really feel like you're judging me now.
I'm not judging you. I just think you're being a little bit...
How much? Like,
a little bit
it's really hard to pull that sofa out, as you saw.
Yeah, I
right?
know, but...
And it's just so much stuff. I'm shaking. This is horrible. Because this is where I live. We live on this sofa, and this is what I've been living under. It's disgusting. And I'm getting more and more cross with myself. I knew it was collecting. I could feel it. I could smell mould. I could smell like damp behind there. I'm really embarrassed. This is full on. It's yucky. I would have never lived like this. Never. If I knew that it was this, or maybe I didn't know it was this bad, but I've just been like hiding behind it.
Well, you knew it was this bad, sweetie, because that's why you called in my help.
I've just changed my mind now. I don't want to do it.
It's just a bit of clutter.
Okay. I just need a minute. I don't want to do it at the moment. It's disgusting. I'm gonna look like a
Do you want me
dickhead.
to keep sweeping? Shall I keep sweeping?
Yeah.
I'll unplug this.
Things that James was saying, like, he was surprised how there was no rats and mice there, really hit a nerve with me. How gross and how filthy. He truly looked disgusted and shocked. I just want him to go now. Hi, James, I'm back.
There you go.
It's weird, I feel like we've swapped personalities, James.
How do you mean?
Well, you're all relaxed and happy about it, even when... And I'm the one who's all stressing and getting upset about it. A couple of things you pointed out, like rats being in there, that was like a trigger to me. And all of a sudden I'm going, is he right? And it's not right, actually, because we're here, we've cleaned it up. There wasn't anything foul in there. Immediately I could see there wasn't. There was just kids' toys and a bit of toast.
I think you're wrong. I think you got upset because you're embarrassed.
All I can say is I just felt like a mirror and I just absorbed all your energy. That's not a nice place to be, and I wouldn't want to live like that. And I don't want you to live like that either.
I wouldn't want to live like this.
No. Counselling would probably help you.
Oh, no, no. We don't do counselling.
Mm.
Never. Never in a million years would I do counselling.
I'm seeing faults in myself. I've seen that I've kept my eye off the ball, and I'm just hoping that Jenny can be the same for you.
Right, anyway, let's get on with it. I don't know why Jodi said those things to me. Quite frankly, I don't care, because I wouldn't live in such a filth hole anyway. It was trying to rebuff slightly from the embarrassment of what she saw and put kind of slight blame on me. I don't think I need counselling, personally.
He's in complete denial. He just, I am me, this is me, I'm not going to change. It's really frustrating. But he just won't see it. He doesn't see what his effect has on people. He just wants to crack on and get on with it today and go, I think. I don't think he really is too bothered to look at his issues.
In Tower Hamlets, the clean-up of the cemetery park is almost over.
This is the finishing touches.
A council official is due any minute to inspect the work, so Linda and her team are up against it, and Hayley's finally been let loose with the bleach.
Can you smell that? Oh my good Lord, I love it.
Head of Parks, Michael Rowan, has arrived to check out the team's work.
Michael, I'm Richard. Good to meet you. How you doing? You all right?
Yourself?
Yes, we've been busy today.
The ancient headstone, which was defaced with graffiti, has now been returned to its former glory, and the park signage is now free of graffiti too.
So we've had a bit of elbow grease and graffiti remover on there.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant, thank you, well
good.
done.
Big difference.
Linda and the clean team have done a litter pick of the park, and the area which was blighted by fly tipping is now clear.
This looks different.
Are you pleased? Do you think it is good?
Doesn't look like the same thing at all, does it?
No.
Oh, nice one. Great job, guys, fantastic.
And the burnt-out bin has been scrubbed down, primed and repainted.
We've transformed the bin. I mean, it was looking terrible, but I think you'll agree it looks a bit better.
Looks a lot better. It looks brand new almost. Well done, guys. Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's a cleaner, nicer environment for people to enjoy. Yeah, I feel great.
Within 4 hours, we have absolutely transformed this park into a place where people can come and feel good about themselves, feel happy about it. My army of OCD cleaners have exceptionally excelled themselves today. We did it! Group hug!
In Kettering, Kristy and her team of helpers have almost finished clearing out Kay's old shop and former snooker room.
Getting all the ornaments. Oh my God, so that we can clean. Oh my God, yeah, okay.
I felt a bit lost because I haven't had anything to clean. It's just been moving stuff. So now this is where I'm just going to go through like a whirlwind. I'm at home with the smell. Yay! It's my favourite smell in the whole world. If my husband wore his aftershave, whoa, I love it. I love the smell.
She said she cleans her house top to bottom twice a day. twice. Don't you have anything else to do?
Yeah, I run my own business. I've got a dating agency. Then I run my husband's business.
Would you do this twice a day, the whole of it?
If I lived here, I would.
No.
Yes.
No.
Everything would be done every day.
Do you have a fear of germs, Christy?
I don't really have a fear. I just don't wish to associate with them, so I don't have them in my house.
Your immune system needs practice. You know, not all germs are bad. You need some of them around still for your immune system to get practice. I never get ill.
Germs are part of the creation. They're part of us. Stop being afraid of them. Look what it said. Look, I was just reading this. Look what it read it out.
Work, but don't forget to live. I'm in bed by 8:30 with a hot chocolate most nights.
That is so appropriate. Just to you, just
okay,
for you. That's yours. Now that's my point. You're doing house twice a day, then you're doing running all these businesses. Where is the time for you?
I don't have time for me.
Please find time for yourself. You're really making me feel sad, really sad.
Oh.
Everything needs to be kept clean, but not obsessively. Your children are teenagers now, and before long they'll be gone. Enjoy them while they're there with you. That's the only tip I can give you.
Kay lost her son when he was a teenager, and her advice has left an impression on Kristy, who suffered the loss of her mum when she was younger.
I actually accept now that I've probably been cleaning all this time because of my own losses, and I need to let it go. I actually thought nothing would ever make me stop cleaning, and now I realise I've been cleaning the same reason as Kay's been cluttering and collecting things to fill a void, and I've been doing exactly the same for different reasons.
In Kettering, it's the final day of the clean for Kristy. In her own home, she's been unable to live with any mess or dirt, which has meant obsessively cleaning twice a day. But in her hotel this morning, something has changed.
Come and have a look at my messy room. I'd never, ever have anything on the floor like this or anything all over the sides, and do you know what? I don't care. That's the way I'm feeling.
Oh, hello, you're here already?
Yes. I have got many things to tell you.
Really?
I left all my wet towels on the floor in the hotel room this morning.
That's
a mess. I don't care. It's gone in. It's sunk in, I promise.
Yeah. So happy. You look so much happier this morning. See, look at that. No, I don't sense any tension from you.
And how is your head feeling with it all?
It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's feeling much better.
We haven't finished, and this is just the beginning, okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good. Okay?
Thank
I'll
you.
catch up with you in a bit. Okay.
At Jodi's house in Nantwich, it's the final day of the clean, and James is on a last-minute push to make sure the place is spotless before Roger's mum arrives to see the finished result.
Hi. Hello.
3 days ago, the living room was dirty, cluttered and uncared for, and 6 years' worth of rubbish had accumulated behind the sofa.
Oh, my God. That looks absolutely amazing. You can see the floor. It's really good. Well done. Oh, my God.
We had to move the sofa out, and we found a whole toy box of toys behind there.
There was a lot of toys, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It was absolutely filthy. We call it Sofagate.
Sofagate?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's spotless.
She really has worked hard.
I can see there's a lot of work gone in.
Yeah. Right, let's move on to the kitchen then, shall we?
When James arrived, the oven had never been cleaned and the hob was caked with burnt-on food and grease.
Oh, my Lord. That's very shiny.
It's very bright now, isn't it?
But it's really nice. Normally, I have to clear a space to make a cup of coffee and then find a cup and wash it. Yeah. Sorry, Jodi.
Don't be sorry, it's fine.
And look at the cooker looking shiny. That's really nice.
When I came in, I nearly vomited. I have to be honest, I was nearly sick.
No, it's all done. Just a quick swish round. When you finish cooking, and it'll stay like that. That's what I've done.
Thank you.
Right, one more thing before I go. I want you to sit down tonight or over the weekend, sort out a cleaning rota, no excuses, because I don't want to come back.
Yes, sir.
All right? OK. Good luck, Roger. All the best. All right, see you later, you. Good luck.
See you.
And keep up the good work.
Bye.
Bye.
It's like a different house. Looks fantastic. It's really clean and shiny and sparkly and tidy. It's lovely.
It's been a really good learning curve for me.
Yeah, and on those days when you do have problems, then I've got to step up and pitch in more than I have been.
Yeah. I feel like I've just moved in again. That's exactly how I feel. I've just, like, moved out and moved back in. Yeah, I think everyone should have an obsessive compulsive cleaner in their life. It's done us wonders. Yeah, just like a fairy godmother.
I'm proud of myself for the things that I faced which would have freaked me out before. I went into that kitchen and cleaned a cooker that I wouldn't have touched before, cleaned the back of that sofa that was horrible, that I wouldn't have even gone near. Even having a cup of tea in their house was a massive step for me. So I'm really proud of what I've achieved. I'm really impressed with Jodi now. I think she's moved leaps and bounds on this week, and now that she's seen the finished result, I really do think that she will keep it up.
In Kettering, Christy's time at Kay's is almost over. Now that the old shop area and former snooker room have been cleared and cleaned, it's time for the finishing touches. Kay's daughter, Ruby, has come to see the results.
Oh my God.
Just 4 days ago, Kay's clutter covered every surface and the old shop space was lost under thousands of bits of bric-a-brac.
Oh my God, what do you think?
Oh, this is...
Oh my God, did you recognise it?
Jesus. All this is
gone. God, they've been at it all day today, all day.
Oh, this is amazing, man.
Yeah, it's Kristy need to
It doesn't
thank.
even thank you so much, Kristy. Oh, yeah, I'm really calm.
With the space free of clutter, Kay now has a room in which she can relax.
Is your head still muddled?
No, I feel quite relaxed and at peace, really. I could just sit and meditate now. You can go like this too now. Oh, it's lovely.
And the former snooker room is now a usable space which the whole family can enjoy.
What do you think of this room?
It's amazing, like, and it's so warm in here as well. And the snooker table, it is, isn't it?
Hey guys, time to eat.
Hey.
Oh, fine.
I'm over the moon with everything we've achieved. Everyone's done a brilliant job, and the main point is Kay's really happy. It's taught me so much, and I don't actually think I want to clean anymore. That's what I've learned. Life's too short.